Hello everyone, Press7 here, back with some more FTDZ6, and in this video I'm going to be bringing back the Super Buff Tower series. This one is going to be a redo of one I've already did, which is Comanche Commander versus Bloonarius. Back when I did Comanche Commander versus Bloonarius, it's actually on this map, Alpine Run. Unfortunately, Comanche Commander was not actually able to beat Bloonarius even with max buffs. Was a bit unfortunate, but here I decided to see if the kind of buffs to Comcom are going to be enough to make it, I guess, good against boss damage when kind of super buffed. I'm thinking hopefully maybe yes. It doesn't really kind of synergize too well with kind of buffs, especially since, you know, the Alchemist buff doesn't really affect sub towers anymore like it did way ago. It might not, but who knows? I guess it would be fun to kind of see, and as a test, just kind of see just how good Comanche Commander is now at kind of single target DPS now that it got buffed to a reasonable amount. Alrighty, around 39 here, we have around 15,000 almost. I'm actually gonna buy Pursuit here, and then selling absolutely all farms. We have around 25,000. Bit alright in the cash department, so I think I'm gonna go for village fort first and foremost. I guess I can go for maybe just maybe I'll go for tier 3 health buff. Then I think next I want to kind of maybe see how good the kind of glue buffs are. Middle path did actually get buffed in the most recent update, and I think I'm also gonna get Embrit where I want it. I think I'll maybe do it here. I was thinking, or maybe here might actually be fine. But I mean, I can't really get the ice shards procced if I do put it here, but I think it should be fine. I don't think we might not need the ice shards proc, especially if we do up glue. We also have Geraldo if that ends up being a bit of an issue. Alright, so using glue strike, how's damage looking? When we use glue strike, it's pretty good, but when we put on full mouse because we're targeting the balloons that are leaking and not actually Bloonarius himself. Actually, I'm actually gonna get a base spike down just to just maybe help out a bit against the kind of green balloons. Smart cluster came in, but we can actually use the ability to nuke that. So I think as long as we have glue strike up by the time the smart clusters come in, I think we should be fine, which it seems that we do. But maybe not with now it's in range of Embrit, we might not, but I think we should be fine with the glue hose. Well, never mind. We get the glue strike up. So Comanche defense is pretty good for your kind of tier 1 defense when you throw minimal buffs on it. I guess this shouldn't really surprise anyone. And farming's looking not pretty bad. This is about what you would normally have for kind of general bosses anyway, or an overclocked BRF and debuff for general defense. And I think now I'll just go for marketplace spam. I think is probably the next best option. Alrighty then, is tier 2 time farming. Looking decent, alright. I don't think we're actually able to afford BC after kind of selling literally everything. I think I might just go straight for Comanche Commander, just make my life a little bit easier. I guess save money by not buying Pursuit, but I will. And I think I will go for Elk buff, go for Village, and I think kind of a similar thing as last time, where we just get Embrittlement and Glue Strike. I don't think Storm is necessary if I'm being 100% honest. I think I'll get this guy up here instead. See, that makes a difference. And if it doesn't work, we can always get Super Brittle. So put you on full mouse, and then let's see how you are. Alright, so using Glue Strike, damage is looking alright. Not really as fast as I thought it would be, but I think we will be able to kind of beat it eventually. I would like to not spend any more money if I don't have to. I don't think we'll need, we don't need Glue Strike for the ceramic cluster. Comanche Commander does enough damage this time around. I think I might actually get Glue Storm just to get +2 damage instead of what +1 I think it is. I think that should be a little bit better. Although I think kind of puffing it up this much may not be kind of as helpful. Also, I completely forgot I can do this, but I don't really think that's going to be too helpful just because it's only extra pierce and not +1 damage since we don't have, I think it's level 15 or 16, I think it's where we get +1 damage. And I think after we sell everything, I think we might be able to kind of afford BC. So it's pretty fast, around, what is it, 5 rounds I think it took? Not bad, not bad. I think this is doing it definitely a lot better than what it was originally. Now we have 11k for defense, so I guess we'll just go for Summon Phoenix and, I don't know, Village or something. I guess we can always get an alpha buff to round things up. Around 79, I did try to start ultra boosting, but I only got 1 stack, which is unfortunate. I only got like 90,000. I think honestly 90k should be enough. I think I'm gonna go for Perma Brew this time, and then I can start working on CTA, and then I can give this guy this because I think that will do pretty decent. And then next, I think I'll go for Glue. Let's get rid of his cooldown. And then I think mid round I can go for kind of my other stuff, like, you know, Ambrit, Super Riddle, all that stuff. Can I get Village Buff? Nah, I don't think I can. But I can roll without it. Right, so let's get Blue Storm now. Keep you on Pursuit. I think Pursuit will work fine. Honestly, I think I might actually just straight up tech bot the Glue Storm. Or the Glorm, as I like to call it. And let's see how many. I can't even see how many stacks, but I think we got like 3 or 2, if I had to guess. And then I'll go for Brittle, so that way once it's in range, it will do some pretty decent damage. I think I could honestly maybe go for kind of Opolis mid-round, because I think damage is fine. It's not the best, but I think it should get a lot better now that it's in range of Brittle. But I guess I could always add a Cripple Mullet if I need to. But I think I actually go for Homeland first. And who knows, maybe Call to Arms being map wide will help out, but that buff is a pretty interesting one. So with Call to Arms active, our damage is looking pretty good. Super Riddle's getting out of range is a bit worrying. Let's see, with Homelands we are melting. We are, but it is still a bit sluggish. It's just kind of chugging along, but I think we should hopefully be fine for tier 5. Hopefully with the True Sun God buff we will be doing a lot more damage than we kind of are now. But think in towers, you know, it took only like, what is this? Like 4 rounds? Yeah, I'm gonna give it the 4 rounds, as round 85 barely started. Being Bloonarius in 4 rounds I think is pretty good, pretty good. Now I'm gonna untech my EU because we need to start ultra boosting our farm, because I didn't even start that yet. I started ultra boosting Comanche Commander before I actually started ultra boosting BC, which hopefully won't hurt me in the long run, but at this point all I just need to do is just buy True Sun God, and that's kind of really about it for major support buffs. Other than that, it's kind of small stuff. Now before we actually start tier 4, I kind of wanted to name my heli pilot. Alright. Greatest plan. How about that? I feel like you guys probably get the reference, but I think just because it's missing the first parts of it, I feel like it's going to be lost on people. But oh well, who cares? Anyways, I think I'm going to go straight for True Sun God now, just because I'm pretty sure I can afford it. As the infinite money glitch works surprisingly well, if I do say so myself. So we have, what was this, 1 million? I think just going for Carpet Spikes is pretty good. It's good enough. Probably should have gotten the mod that tells me what my sacrifice price is at, so just to be extra safe, go for champion as well. As you still have a lot of money left over. Now I guess we'll go for Stupid Minds, and then I think this will work out pretty fine. Placement True Sun God was kind of meh, like probably could have put it over some. And so I think next let's do Sharpening Stone is already on it, and then I need to untech bot this guy because I need to tech bot, because I need to start ultra boosting this guy because you don't have all 10 stacks, I don't think so. When I looked mid around, I only had 8. And then I think these should be fine. I think we should be fine here. Also, let me get another tech bot for Homeland. And then, am I missing anything? I'm missing Cripple. Alright, So let's go for cripple now, and then I think I'm just going for Chinooks just to move around brittle. Alright, and then lock you in place, and then I guess I'll get 2 should be sufficient enough. Looking at the damage, it's not bad, pretty good. Pretty good if I do say so myself. And I think that's all the damage adders, kind of looking at it. Yeah, there's not really much else I could really do. So at this point, this is the strongest Comanche Commander is actually going to get. Let's see if this is enough to bring down the 2 million damage as required for tier 5. But tier 4 was pretty speedy, only took 4 rounds. Alrighty, so it is round 119. Let me Chinook Brittle up just a little bit further, in range of the True Sun God, and then once this last band comes in, I think we should hopefully have this in the bag. Let's see if the newly buffed Comanche Commander is going to be enough to take down Bloonarius. This is kind of strong, yes he is. And then let's give you +1, that might help, but it probably won't in the grand scheme of things. Looking at the DPS, it is better than before, but is it enough? I think with how slow Bloonarius is, I think just the natural length of the map will be enough to kind of help out Comanche Commander and be able to get tier 5, but who knows, I'll have to wait and see. Alright, so the first skull came in bad, should be no problem. Yeah, bads are pretty easy. Then let's see. I guess I could maybe add a pool just for Energizer. I don't really consider this cheating anyway. Let's get that down. And then I think that's really all I can do. After that is just kind of hope and pray that Comanche Commander will have enough in the tank. But I think, you know, it's at skull number 2 basically, and we're a little less than halfway in the track, so I think this is enough. I think now Comanche Commander will join the other towers and being able to beat Bloonarius while super buffed, although I can't really speak too soon yet, just because that last bad did get pretty far. I think bad DPS might be a bit of an issue. I'm just gonna get a trap just in case. Get an XXL trap just in case, have some insurance. Also, I wasn't Chinooking this guy. Alrighty, so last skull. Let's see. No. Wow, with the +5, you know, that bad did get melted. Generally discounted, but it'll just, yeah, but yeah, Comanche Commander now joins the many tier 5s that are able to beat Bloonarius super buffed. Hopefully we will see some more stuff like this in the future where tyrants can actually now do some decent single tyrant damage with kind of max buff. It was a bit disappointing before that Comanche Commander just did not have enough in the tank in order to actually beat Bloonarius while it's being like filled with just like as many buffs as like it's humanly possible. But thankfully after the damage buffs, it was enough to push it over the edge, which was a bit surprising just because I didn't really feel like the number of changes were that significant to where it was actually going to be able to beat Bloonarius now. But anyways, that's it. If you enjoyed the video, you know, like, comment, subscribe, join Discord down below. If you want to become a channel member to gain access to these channel perks, this link to that is also down in the description below. I'll see you all in the next video. Have a nice day.